Alright everyone, Penpot 2.16 is here and is one of those updates where dozens of improvements come together to create a better experience across the entire product. This release includes around 50 enhancements and 60 bug fixes, which means there are well over 100 tracked improvements landing at once. A large share of that work came from community contributors. So let's take a look at the highlights. Design tokens are now integrated directly into the design panel, which means design token information is finally available right where you are already working. You can see token bindings, select design tokens, and work with values without constantly leaving the design panel. What I particularly like is that it increases confidence. When you are inspecting an element, you can immediately understand which parts of your design are connected to the system and which aren't. Everything feels more transparent, more discoverable, and easier to maintain. The second major highlight is WebGL rendering. This is one of those features that doesn't necessarily change what you can do in Penpot, but it has the potential to significantly improve how the product feels while you are doing it. With the new WebGL rendering enabled, navigation feels more responsive on demanding projects. The canvas reacts more quickly, movement feels smoother, and there's less friction between what you are trying to explore and what appears on screen. Now, it's important to mention that this is still a beta feature. That's why it's currently disabled by default and can be enabled through user settings. The team is continuing to test it under real-world conditions and gather feedback from users working on a wide variety of projects. The more feedback the team receives, the faster they can refine the experience and continue pushing performance improvement even further. One of the things that makes Penpot unique is how much influence the community has on the product itself. In 2.16, that contribution is especially visible. Let's take a look at a few highlights. The first one, you can now drag directly on numeric inputs to adjust values and see the result update immediately. It quickly becomes part of your muscle memory and makes the interface feel more responsive and interactive. Another great addition is the ability to import design tokens from linked libraries. As design systems grow, maintaining consistency across projects becomes increasingly important. Teams often rely on shadow libraries to distribute components, styles, and so on, and design tokens play a central role in keeping everything aligned. With this new capability, token information can travel more naturally between linked resources, making it easier to adopt and reuse system values without unnecessary duplication. For organizations managing multiple products or multiple teams, this helps create a much smoother workflow around design system adoption and maintenance. This next feature is one that many users have been asking for. Penpot now supports find and replace for both text content and layer names. The practical applications are everywhere. Maybe a product name changes shortly before launch, maybe you are updating terminology across a larger file, maybe a naming convention evolves and hundreds of layers need to be adjusted. Instead of manually hunting everything down, you can now make those updates much more efficiently. Another feature I really appreciate is the new read-only preview for saved versions. Version history is incredibly valuable, but sometimes you don't want to restore an older version. You simply want to inspect it, compare approaches, or revisit a previous decision. Now you can do exactly that. You can open saved versions in a save read-only mode, review the content, and explore the history without affecting your current work. There is also a piece of news that isn't exactly a product feature. Penpot has officially been recognized as a digital public good by the Digital Public Goods Alliance. It's an initiative supported by organizations working to promote open technologies that create public value. For everyone contributing code, reporting bugs, translating the product, creating content, or simply using Penpot every day, this recognition belongs to the community as much as it does to the team behind it. Overall, Penpot 2.16 is a release focused on improving the experience of everyday work. Design tokens are becoming a more natural part of the design workflow. WebGL opens the door to significant performance gains. Community contributions continue to bring valuable improvements, and the huge amount of polish across the product makes the entire application feel stronger. If you are already using Penpot, I definitely recommend exploring the new design token experience and giving WebGL a try on some of your larger files. And as always, let me know in the comments which feature stands out the most for you. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel for future Penpot releases. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.